Hello, all my friends today. How are you? It is Thursday. All the days are kind of running together, but that's all right. How was your day today, all my kiddos? Do I have any of my kids in here today? Hello, Andy. Good to see you. I'm always staying out of trouble, Andy. Or you. Today, we're reading a book called Otis by Lauren Long. Have any of you ever read this book? Who's all watching today? Let me know down below. I've never read this book, but it's a series of books. There's quite a few of them, so it must be pretty good. Before we get started on our book, let's go through our 4 steps of the Circle Time Rug. First one is, show me that your voices are quiet. Show me that your body is calm. Show me that your eyes are watching. And show me that your ears are ready to listen. Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five, fist bump, an elbow bump, a hug, whatever you gotta do. All right, so Otis by Lauren Long. Winnie says it's delightful. Let's find out if that's true. Otis by Lauren Long. Hey, Connor, good to see you, buddy. Hope you guys are doing well. Are you ready for this book, Connor? There was once a friendly little tractor. His name was Otis, and his farmer worked together, taking care of the farm that they called home. Otis liked to work. Have any of you guys ever been on a tractor before? Mr. Nick used to drive tractors every once in a while. But after working hard all day, Otis was ready to unwind and play. He would ride the rolling hills and skirt mud pond down by the corn. Do you guys like playing in mud? I do. He would leapfrog bales of hay and explode through the haystacks. That looks like a good one. On occasion, he would chase a rabbit or play Ring Around the Rosie with the ducks to the sound of his steady put-puff puttity chuff. And sometimes at the end of the day, he would just sit under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Every night, tired but happy, Otis would puff into the little stall in the barn that was all his. Morgan, you read this one too? I've never read this one before. I do like it so far. One night when Otis was fast asleep, the farmer brought a beautiful baby calf into the barn. The calf bawled and bawled for her mother, but when the sleepy sound of a soft puffity chuff came from the next stall, the scared little calf stopped bawling and drifted asleep. See, there they are sleeping together. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor wherever he went. Puff, puttity, chuff. So he followed him over the rolling hills and down by Mud Pond. She was right behind him, leapfrogging bales of hay. And the calf made their games of Ring Around the Rosie all the better. Sometimes, at the end of the day, the two of them would just sit together under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Otis loved his little calf, and the little calf loved Otis. Do you have a special friend that's like Otis and the calf? Mr. Nick has a lot of friends like that, and I'm very lucky too. Then one day, the farmer surprised everyone with a brand new yellow tractor. Time to move out, Otis, the farmer said. He took Otis out of the little stall in the barn that was all his and parked him back behind the barn. Then he backed the big yellow tractor into the stall next to the little calf. How do you think that made Otis and the little calf feel? Do you think they were happy about it? It doesn't look like he's very happy about it. Let's find out. But the little calf didn't like the big yellow tractor. He had a deep, rumbling snore that shook the stall when he slept. There was no one to purr the little calf gently to sleep, no one to spend her days with. And Otis Otis could not even see his farm as the weeds began to cover his tires. His friend often sat with him, but she could not get him to play like the old days. It was early summer when the farmer discovered a poster. Who has the prettiest calf in all the land? Judges will decide at the county fair and award a fancy blue ribbon to the winner. The farmer knew the answer. He would show the little calf. But on the morning of the fair, the little calf was nowhere to be found. She had wandered down to Mud Pond by the cornfield to cool off. When she waded into the muddy water, her feet sank. With every step, she sank deeper and deeper and deeper. The little calf was stuck in Mud Pond. That's not good at all. That's kind of scary. "Get the hands," the farmer shouted when he saw her. All the farm hands came running with their ropes, but the more they tugged, the more stuck the calf got. "Get the big yellow tractor," the farmer shouted. "He can save her." But the big tractor was just scared the little calf. She sank in deeper and deeper. Nearby farmers began to gather. "Then call Fire Chief Douglas and the fire truck," the farmer shouted. "They can save our little calf." But the sight of the big red fire truck startled the little calf in even deeper. The farmer was fit to be tied. If the farm hands and the big tractor and even Fire Chief Douglas and his fire truck couldn't save the little calf, who could? Do you have any ideas of who could save him? Save the calf? Suddenly, the little calf's ears perked up. Over the hum of the growing crowd, there came a faint sound in the distance, a soft, rhythmic purr. Put, puff, puttity, chuff. The crowd turned and looked. The sound became louder. Put, puff, puttity, chuff. And all at once, Otis puffed from around the barn. He turned and headed straight toward Mud Pond. "Call the rescue team." "That's right, Connor. Good thinking." Looks like our rescue team for this one is our friend Otis. Otis puffed down the rolling hill and pulled right up next to the muddy water's edge. The calf heard her friend's puttering purr and bawled. It was something like a hello. Then, to the sound of his gentle chuff and the amazement of all the people in the crowd, Otis began to circle the pond. He circled and he circled, and the little calf turned and turned, never taking her eyes off her friend. With each ring Otis made around Mud Pond, the muddy grip loosened until the calf was able to stumble out of the pond on her own. The two friends had found each other again. Otis led the calf right down the dusty road towards the village, and everyone threw flowers as they went, following them into town. It looked like a happy parade. No one needed a fancy blue ribbon to tell them that the calf was a special calf. Otis was a special tractor, and the two of them were special friends. From that day on, the farmer discovered that with Otis's puttering purr beside the chicken coop, his chickens laid more eggs. At milking time, with Otis's gentle chuff nearby, his cows produced more milk. On occasion, Otis even got to join the farmer and the big yellow tractor out in the fields. But often, at the end of the day, Otis would just sit with his friend under the apple tree and watch the farm below. The end. And there's Otis and the calf watching the farm. And that, my friends, is a very good story about how having friends can be very important. Sometimes you might lose your friends for a little while, and that's okay, because really, really good friends will always find their way back to you, and they will always help you out when you're in need. Well, that has been my book for this Thursday night. That was Otis by Lauren Long. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys are all my friends. I hope I get to see you soon, because I haven't seen you in a long time. I will be back tomorrow night Friday night to read a book at 6 o'clock. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the evening, and I will see you later.